All right, welcome everyone to the Dev Fireside Chat. My name is Miko. I'm joined here today by Howard, Renee, and Wendy from the office, or different offices, that is. We got exciting news, lots of things about the updates, lots of news about the sale and the offering we have going on over the weekends, and some of the plans we have going on into the future here. So, Howard, give us a scoop on what's been going on lately with some of the progress in the update this week. We'll focus on that first.
I mean, hopefully by the time that people heard this, will be hearing this, will seeing this, the issue that we're facing right now would have been solved. So this is kind of like a message to the future, if we will. It's kind of like a distress signal into the future. We're in space, one of those calamity space movies or whatever. But yes, we're having problems with the giveaway. We can't do anything without problems.
We can't release anything without a hurricane or disaster.
We want to give the game away for free. That's all we wanted for this weekend.
It's not a Muse Games.
Somehow even that is going wrong.
Look, Howard, it's not a Muse game without a little bit of a hiccup along the way, right?
Yeah, well, except that this is not really us. Anyway. Hopefully, if you're hearing this, by now we would have solved it a long time ago. But we are at the moment contacting Steam to try to, figure out what's going wrong because they set up this free giveaway thing for us, right, for the weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Thought one of them do something really cool. So we're doing a giveaway. Like, you get a free copy, it's yours, and it lasts through the weekend, and people can just get it and play, and except that is broken at the moment. So we're reaching out to Steam. ASAP.
This is something that people can keep once they do get copies of this. This isn't one of those free to play only for the weekend. It is yours forever. So this is a deal that we're having for the Memorial Day weekend, and will be available until Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern time, which is, let me get the numbers correct here. I think it's 9 a.m. UTC, right, Wendy? You're my calculator here.
I am? What did you ask?
Yes, you are. You've been designating my calculator. Is it 9 a.m. UTC when it's 1 p.m. Eastern time, US? No, my apologies. We're looking backwards in time.
Yes.
Yeah, we're looking backwards in time. So it would be actually 5 p.m. UTC, I believe. Is that right?
So 5 p.m. UTC, yes.
So you have until Tuesday, basically.
Yeah, Tuesday, 5 p.m. UTC.
Yep. We also have a new big update that we've included with this giveaway. It's involving to complete the circle of all the different ships we have going on, we've incorporated the Corsair into PvP, which has been, as we discussed last week, one of those ships we weren't really sure about bringing into PvP because it was kind of it's just a really powerful ship. Like just from first impressions. Yeah, so we were thinking balance issues. That would be kind of challenging, I guess. But we did a lot of testing in the last several weeks. We got a lot of feedback from players and helping out with the dev up testing. So thanks to you guys. And just kind of internal looks at what we can change and refine about it so that it works for both game modes, PvE and PvP. And here we are. We have officially launched with the Corsair. So now you can go ahead and check it out with your friends and see how it feels in the gameplay. I'm kind of looking forward to it myself, actually. So by the time this video launches, I will have already tried it for the dev games, but I do look forward to more of it in the future as well. But that's not all, because we also have a new PvE map, which is the Crown Summit. It's the name of the map for the blockade mode. So if you're into some of the blockades, we have one right now that's available, but we've added another one for a little more variation as well. And this is a really, really beautiful environment, like desolate mining kind of settlements in a mountainous terrain, lots of fires and smoke, lots of dust storms. Feels great. It's really awesome. Lots of strategic kind of flying going on with this one as well. So hopefully it'll be something that you guys enjoy as well. So another thing that we wanted to make sure to make a note of is we've been making a lot of changes to some of the currently existing ships. We do this often for a lot of the updates. One of them being the Stormbreaker, which we've done quite a considerable amount of testing, and we feel that it's kind of at the right spot right now, but we would love to hear your feedback on this kind of stuff. And if you're interested in helping us out, we have links in the game on the event panels. You also find it on the start screen. They're basically surveys that just kind of ask you a few questions about how you feel about where the Stormbreaker's at with the current design, because that's currently live on the build right now. So you can check it out, You hop into the game just to pick the Corsair, and you'll see that some of the guns have shifted places, some of them have changed angles, just different things like that. We're actually going through layers of refinement, and this is one of them that's going on. So if you're interested in seeing how it is, and you like it or hate it, let us know. We would love to hear about it. You can also email feedback@musegames.com if you like the more traditional approach. We're flexible for everything. But feedback is always welcome, and we do definitely love to hear about it. So lots of other things too. Desert Scrap, King of the Hill, Mobulas. Oh man, a lot of the PvE skills actually have been changed around a lot. So definitely give it a shot. Try it out. There's a lot of meta changes to the game. So hopefully that'll create some new strategies for you players out there who are interested in checking out everything there is. So yeah, be sure to check it out. Event-wise, we have obviously the Iron Forker Friday, which is going to be featured after this recording, and you will find some of the other events, including the, let me see if I can pull up the name exactly here, because that was a little tricky in my mind here. The Crucible, that's what it was, which is sort of like a broader audience event that includes everyone who is interested in learning about the game, but also wants to get in on events as well. It's a great kind of way to get into the 2v2 gameplay, learning strategies and crew concepts with players in the game, and to kind of make friends. It's a great way of doing it as well. So we also have a much more high-level, more engaged, but also broadly open to everyone event called the SCS, which is available for everyone. This one's very competitive, but it's very fun because it obviously it's it's like a higher level, but more complex strategy that goes on to the gameplay as well. And it's recorded, so you get to see yourself crash into a wall if that's what you're really good at, which is what I like to do. So personally, my kind of thing, obviously. And we do, of course, have, because of the testing that we have going on with the Stormbreaker, those of you who are helping us out with the DevApp testing, don't worry about it. We're going to skip it this weekend, let you guys kind of relax and enjoy what we have in the game so far. So just sink your teeth into it and let us know what you think about it through the surveys and stuff. So obviously, we also have a continuation of the Saturday Chaos Skirmish, which I also forgot to mention, which is a long-running event, lots of players. It's great for anyone who wants to just jump in. You could be a single player interested in joining in. Totally welcome. They have a lot of crazy game modes. I've been to a couple myself. It's generally featured more during the later hours, like early morning hours for Europeans, but for North Americans, it's perfect. But if you're dedicated, check it out. It's really fun. It's a blast. A lot of great animated characters that go on in there. So definitely a lot of stuff going on for the weekend. I guess, Howard, was there any other kind of exciting news with some of the other projects going on at the office this week?
Oh yeah, good question. Sorry, I mean, I was just replying to people who are saying it's broken everywhere. So on
No
Steam,
worries.
so that's what I was doing.
My
Jeez.
favorite word to associate with the game.
God.
Well, it comes with bumps along the way, but we always fix it, so it's fine.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we still have. I mean, the good thing is that this thing runs for a few days, so I just hate for this to happen, and I just want this to work and people could just get the game and have fun. But hopefully we can get this resolved soon. For other games, yeah, we were, the firefighting co-op firefighting project. We were definitely doing some pretty interesting and flavorful work this week. It's definitely. I mean, it's not. We're not taking ourselves super seriously with the game, right? There's definitely some pretty fun moments right now, and there are moments that definitely will make people chuckle. I think we're marching in the right direction. It's pretty cool.
Good, great.
The horror project, we're also making quite a bit of progress, trying to put everything together so we can actually start concepting and start developing some art for the game.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I think narratively it's shaping out to be, definitely interesting and hopefully somewhat thought-provoking.
I know that Alex shared a few very ominous and no context to him, of course, but some screenshots from some of the work he's been doing in relation to these projects for our coffee hour on the Discord.
Oh, the horror project? Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah, I think it was the horror project one. So obviously there's no context. We don't really know what's going on there, but it seems pretty ominous. And there's a lot of clues people are picking apart, which is obviously fun for us to observe.
We have a few more screens that will be concepts that we'll be sharing along the way. yeah, so it will be interesting, yeah, like, just to read this. I mean, part of it is to hone in on the art direction, artistic vision, and I think we're getting a lot closer. With Hamsterdam, we're basically just polishing a lot of everything this past week. And this build, I would say, it's getting like pretty close. Obviously, there's a lot of things that still need to be tuned and whatnot, but it's very, very playable, and it looks like, I mean, the look is getting closer to, what we envisioned it to be. So yeah, I mean, we're actually getting relatively close, I think. So in next few weeks, actually, we'll be obviously continuing working on the game, but also we're starting work on a crowdfunding campaign. And obviously we'll tell you guys more. I'm actually looking at a plushie supplier.
That must be like the most relaxing 10 minutes of like every work. It's just like, let's look at those plushies. Which one squishes the most?
Yeah, we'll see.
So I guess people might be curious and asking, like, because there has been other developers who have worked on mobile games and sort of, so we've ported over to PS4, and in the cases for them, they've ported their mobile games onto PC platform. Is there any hint of that possibly happening sometime in the future for Hamsterdam?
Well, with Hamsterdam, it's
might be a little early, but
it actually is. It's primarily going to be, at least the way we aim it to be, is like primarily actually going to be a Switch game. Yes,
nice.
So it's a mobile game, yeah, for sure. Meaning that, like, yes, you can play on iOS and on Android, and you can already do that. And we also have a Switch build that we're developing. So we're kind of working on, how like all the gestural inputs work with Joy-Con and whatnot, and that's really sort of what we want to get to. Also, like because it's like gestural fighting and whatnot, right? Gestural like brawling and beat 'em up. So and there are a lot of elements that are really conducive to obviously like the Joy-Con. So that's kind of what we're actually working on doing. So
brilliant, awesome.
It will be cross-platform, and like Switch is actually the main focus. Was ultimately the main focus. Yeah, I mean, potentially, porting it over to like Steam or PS or whatever is doable for sure. But I don't think, because I mean, it's the game is designed. It's a small, like it's not a game that has a lot of like length of play. It's not like a long format game, right? And it's not like it's more designed for gestural inputs, and so you can, yes, I mean, people can play. I mean, we can play it on a PC build now. Like we already mapped input to like keyboard mouse, for example.
Okay. Yeah.
But the question is,
does it feel better?
Is it actually a good fit for keyboard mouse? I mean, right now it's definitely designed for, and it's a better fit for like the Switch and for
right.
I mean,
yeah. Go ahead.
The closest that I would identify Hamsterdam with as a beat 'em up is, funniest of all, Arkham Asylum, I think, because of the moves and how energetic it is, and because I remember when I played Arkham Asylum the first time, and it was just like, wow, like how it throws me around, right? And I started playing this with keyboard and mouse because I am a keyboard and mouse kind of person, and I wasn't a controller person back then. So even though that was mapped quite difficultly, it did match my style because I did like mouse and keyboard that much. So I do think that there is a way to get that cadence feeling. It's just different because our game is not only bound to this, but also to a lot of like touch. So how do you make this have value in a space where you can only click and put different buttons? And that's, I think, the interesting part of mapping this.
Yeah, I mean, Hamsterdam is such a departure from Guns of Icarus, but not just because of design and theme.
That's also what it was for.
Literally, yeah, but it was literally like you're using a gesture as opposed to controls in a whole different format. So
Yeah,
I guess it's just
kind
kind of it's neat that way in its own regard. So
it's supposed to bring like this action of console gaming to the comfort of handheld gaming, right? And it's using all these cool gestural inputs, just not just touchscreen, but everything that the Switch can do as well. And there's not actually a lot of Switch games out there that use the touchscreen ability, like the touch. So that's going to be interesting too. So yeah, I'm really excited to try the Switch build out.
Switch is awesome. Definitely sweet. Cool. Cool. All right. Well, I think that more or less sums up kind of the big news that's been going on this week. Obviously, we have more changes going on because, again, we're doing kind of open testing right now, if you will, with the Stormbreaker for the next 2 weeks. So that'll be in there for those 2 weeks. We may keep it in. We may decide to pull it back and continue testing it, depending on a lot of the feedback we get and kind of how we see the data and the reception of the actual use of the ship following the changes. So you can keep an eye out for that. And of course, any further changes we make along the way will be included in either hotfixes or updates as we go. So stay tuned and check them out. Obviously, we're going to be busy all weekend doing all this, but if you guys are interested in seeing us again, we will be featured once more on Tuesday for the Dev, well, it's actually called the Coffee with the Dev Hour, which it was singular because I was the one doing it, but it's become more of a pluralistic thing. So a lot of the guys from the office are now hopping in to help answer questions and just chat with the players like you guys. And of course, for those of you who are interested in getting kind of once in a while a good scoop of the projects going on, that's where we do a lot of the discussions and share some of the secrets. So if you're interested, you can check it out on our Discord channel. You can find the links to that channel on the start screen of the game, or you can look through the links we have available on our Steam page. And then you can look under the coffee hour from the game development subsection. So it's all there. And of course, following that, we have the Dev Games. So be sure to join us then, guys. Thank you all for watching and staying with us. And we'll see you guys next week. So take care. Have a good weekend. And thanks for playing with us, Icarus.
Bye.